Hello everyone, it is Ace Orion, A.K. Orion. Today I have a phenomenal lesson for you. My favorite guitar player ever. To me, this is the greatest guitar player that ever walked the earth. Randy Rhoads. So today what we're going to be covering is how to play the guitar solo from the song Tonight, the ballad off of Diary of a Madman. In my honest opinion, the outro solo for this is, to me, the greatest guitar solo ever recorded. Today, however, we are going to cover the main solo from that song, and I will have a second lesson for the outro. Alright? So, this one goes out to Dylan. Shout out to Dylan Andras, who's been helping me record my covers album. And one of the songs that I redid and emulated to a T is Believer off of Diary of a Madman. So, I would like to recommend and suggest to you guys out there, if you want to check out an amazing recording of Believer that is practically identical to what Randy did, because I have dedicated myself on that song to emulating him to a T. So, I triple tracked all the solos just like Randy does, or had done, I should say. And what he would normally do is, he would record the solo at his normal tempo, whatever his tempo was, in other words, the normal speed, let's just put it that way. And then the second take, the second recording would be staggered a little bit slower. And then the third track would be slightly slower still. And then when you play that back, because I experienced this when I recorded it, when it's in the left channel, the right channel, and then in the middle, in the center, so to speak, it just sounds phenomenal. So yeah, I triple tracked those solos on Believer exactly like Randy did it. So, I will try to put the link for that in the description below if YouTube allows it, and I hope that they do. Alright? If not, if you guys would be so inclined to look up A.K. Orion's, plural, or possessive, I should say, with an apostrophe S. So, in other words, Orion, like the constellation of stars with an apostrophe S, and then Lucifer's Magick with an apostrophe S. So, A.K. Orion's Lucifer's Magick. If you look that up, just in the event that YouTube will not allow, for whatever reason, the link in the description below to this video for Believer, please look that up. I would greatly appreciate it. I think you guys will thoroughly enjoy it, especially if you are a Randy Rhoads fan as much as I am. He is my number one. There will never be another Randy Rhoads. Alright, everyone. So yeah, we're going to learn how to play the guitar solo for Tonight. This will be the main solo, and I will do a second video for the outro solo. And one last time, thank you, Dylan. Shout out to Dylan Andras for helping me get my recordings done and setting up my guitars. I love you, brother. He's on tour right now with Mutilation Barbecue, and they're having a very good tour. He's also in Olympia and the thrash band Assault. All Cleveland bands. Alright, everyone, so here we go. Let me give you my low E and A. time. All right, now, I'm not certain what my tuning is at this point. I haven't played my Agile Flying V in a minute. So, just know this. Randy is tuned a half step below E standard, or A440. And so, the way I'm teaching this is as if it would be an E flat. Again, just to reiterate, I'm not sure what my tuning is right now. So, here's what we're going to do. We are going to initially go from the 7th fret to the 9th fret and slide up to the 11th fret. And then we're going to use the same notes on the G string, which is the octave notes. We're going to go from the 9th fret on the G to the 11th fret on the G to the 13th fret on the G. And then we're going to grab the high E string right here on the 12th fret. Following that, we're going to go on the 16th fret, hammer on to the 17th fret, and hammer on to the 19th fret on the high E. Pull back off, and then we're going to grab the 19th fret, give it a full bend, full step bend, another full step bend, and then on the last one, strike the note and just give it some vibrato. Following that, we're going to go from the 19th fret to the 17th fret to the 16th fret, back to the 17th fret, back to the 16th fret, and slide down to the 12th fret. And then we're going to do an arpeggio. We're going to go from the 17th fret to the 12th fret, barring the B with it. Strike the B note on the 12th fret. Use your middle finger on the G string on the 13th fret, and then the ring finger on the D string on the 14th fret, and then either use your ring finger or your middle finger to grab the 14th fret on the high E. And then I will show you the rest after we get through that sequence or phrase. So here's what we're doing, guys. What I just described is this. One more time on that. Now, there's another way you can do that arpeggio, right? So after this, you can go. So what did I just do there? Well, I pulled off from, just as we did normally, pulling off from the 19th to the 17th to the 16th on the high E. Then I grabbed the B string on the 15th fret, and then the G string on the 16th fret, and then the D string on the, let me re-explain, right? So we're going from 17, 15, and 14. And then the 15th fret on the B, the 14th fret on the G, the 16th fret on the D, and then the 19th fret on the A, and then grab the octave note right here on the high E of the 14th fret. So in other words, we're doing this. give it some vibrato. Okay, but I found that it's much more economical to do it this way. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go. Okay, so what did I just do there? I grabbed the B string on the 12th fret, the high E string on the 9th fret, the high E on the 12th fret, back to the high E on the 9th fret, then back to the 12th fret on the B string, back to the high E string on the 9th fret, back to the 12th fret on the B string, then to the 9th fret on the B string, and then we're going to grab the G string on the 11th fret and slowly bend it up. As we're coming down, pick it again, pull off, and go to the 9th fret. So in other words, what I just did is this. And then slide up to the 13th fret. And then with your middle finger, go to the 14th fret. Okay? Let me do that whole sequence, right? So. After this sequence right here, so once we slide up from the G string, from the 9th fret up to the 13th fret, and then the 14th on the G as well, all right? Following that, we're going to go to the B string on the 12th fret and slide up to the 17th fret. Let me show you what I mean. Give it some vibrato. Okay, once again. So, after we do the slide up from the G string, from the 9th fret to the 13th fret, and then the 14th fret, and then we go to the B string on the 12th fret, we slide up to the B string on the 17th fret, right? So, let me show you that sequence so we can cover the rest of what we're doing after that, right? What the next sequence will be. So we go back to that lick we did previously. So we're going from the 16th fret to the 17th fret to the 19th fret on the high E, and then pulling back down until we get to the 16th fret, and then we're going to go to the 15th fret, we're going to bend it, and then we're going to go to the B string on the 17th fret, and then to the 15th fret on the B, and then back to the 17th fret on the B, and Randy gives it some very wide vibrato right there. It's Vibrato from Hell by Randy Rhoads. No doubt about it. Okay, so, in other words, it's like this. Okay, one more time. Now, in response to that, he grabs the high E string on the 12th fret and gives that some vibrato. And we're almost at the end of the solo now. So I'm going to recap all of that. So after the one lick with the wide vibrato, right? Now he's going to grab the high E on the 12th fret. Then go to the B string on the 12th. So first he's going to bend on the high E on the 12th fret, and then go to the 9th fret on the high E, and then grab the 12th fret on the B, go to the 9th on the B, and then grab the high E again on the 9th fret, and go back to the 12th fret on the B. Pretty nice melody. Very simplistic, but very effective, very good, very melodic, right? So, in other words... So, what did I just do there? Well, again, after the response of this bend, now we're going to go. And then he does a harmonic at the end. Unfortunately, I don't have a whammy bar on this, but if you go back and listen to the track, you will hear that. And that is a separate guitar track. You can totally tell it's an overdub. All right, so again, we're going... Everyone, I hope you love this lesson as much as I do. Again, Randy Rhoads is the guitar god of the universe. As far as I'm concerned, greatest guitar player that ever lived. And this is my favorite ballad from Ozzy with Randy Rhoads. And I will be back soon with the outro solo. Again, besides the live solo on Suicide Solution that he did, the solo at the end of tonight, the outro solo, is awesome. I mean, I found myself, when I had my stereo, my actual turntable, and my Iwata speakers, when I was a teenager living at my dad's, when Max Norman is fading that solo out, I always found myself constantly turning that volume up to hear every note I could until there was no more sound. I mean, that solo is absolutely killer, everyone. So again, check out my cover of Believer for my covers album, A.K. Orion's Lucifer's Magick. Miracles of the Devil. Why? Because it's the devil's music. Of course. All right, everyone, you have a great one. Please like, share, subscribe, and I will see you soon. Have a great one. And lastly, if you do not have this album in your collection, You need it. Why? Because it's phenomenal. After all, the master Randy Rhoads is on it. All right, everyone. Have a great one. Take care, and I will see you soon. Have a great one. Thank you. Good night. I'm out.